What it do, Dream Team? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction video, and this is my first time getting the chance to react to Mr. Bernard Manning, Britain's funniest comedian. Now, before we dive into this, if you guys happen to enjoy the video, do not forget to hit that subscribe button and smash like. See what we got, Bernard.
Look at this scruffy cunt on the first row. Have you ever seen that? You make a good tramp if you smarten your fucking self up a bit. Where you from, this old fella here? Are you gonna... Uncle fucking Remus here. Uncle Fester. Them see-through wigs are very nice. Are they expensive? Fucking hell. If I had a head like that, I'd be circumcised. What's your job? What do you do?
I'm a painter.
A painter? What do you paint?
Anything.
Anything? You want to paint some fucking hairs on your head?
You ought to paint some different hairs on your head.
Want to see Pavarotti last week? What a miserable cunt. He don't like you joining in, does he? There's two Jews walking through Glasgow and a big gang of these skinheads come walking towards him. He said, look at these bastards here, Morris, we're going to get mugged here. He said, I think we are. I said, I'm fucking sure we are. Anyway, here's that 600 quid I owe you.
He's got a very thick accent. So a lot of these jokes, I'm not going to lie, there's some that I can hear clearly that are absolutely funny, like painting the hairs on your head. That was good. But some of these jokes, his accent's so thick, I can't hear him properly.
Fella up in court, the judge says you're charged with battering your wife to death with a hammer. And a voice at the back of the court shouted, you fucking shithouse. And they all went quiet, you know. He says you're also charged with battering your daughter to death with a hammer. And a voice at the back of the court shouted, you lousy bastard. The judge said, well, this can't go on. He says, come here. He says, I can understand you've been a bit upset about this case, but any more outbursts like this, I shall charge you with contempt. Now, what's the idea? He said, well, I lived next door to this bastard for over 20 years, he said. Every time I asked to borrow a hammer, he said he hadn't fucking got one. Them French, I don't fucking trust them, I'll tell you. I went in the cafe over there. I said, have you got frog's legs? He said, yes. I said, up in the kitchen and get us a fucking ham sandwich.
Have you got frog's legs? He said, yes. Hop in the kitchen and get us an effing ham sandwich.
Two girls on the cash out at the supermarket. One said, you can always tell the married fellas from the single fellas. She said, how do you do that? He said, watch this. A fella come up, he said, one mushroom, one egg, one tomato, one slice of bacon, and one tin of beans. She said, you're a single fella, you aren't you? He said, how do you know that? She said, you're a right ugly cunt. Well, I joined the Foreign Legions, you know, how do you get a fuck out here, all this fucking sand like this? He said, the camel, he said, shed number 6, I'll boot you for 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. He opened the shed door, this fella got stuck right on this camel, give it a right fucking. The sergeant said, you dirty bastard, why don't you ride into town like the rest of the fucking lads? The inspector going round one of these asylums, the fella stood up in bed like that. He said, who are you supposed to be? He said, supposed to be, you cunt, he said. I'm Napoleon. He said, who told you that? He says, God. And the fella in the next bed said, I never told you no such fucking thing. Fella walked in a pub with a crocodile. The landlord said, get it out. He said, it does tricks. He says, tricks, you balmy bastard. Get that crocodile out of here. And now, move with the crocodile. He said, you're going to have a thrombosis, you, the way you're going on. He said, fucking hell, calm down. Not seen the trick yet, have you? Watch this. Opens the crocodile's mouth like that. Put his prick in its mouth like that. Got a bit of wood out of his back pocket and bang, right across the head. And the crocodile went, fucking hell, he said. You've got some bottles to go out like that. He said, I told you it was good, he said. All that fucking screaming and shouting. Anybody in this pub like to try it for 50 quid? This little old woman says, I'll try it, she said, but don't hit me on the fucking head as I did that.
It's always an unexpected punchline, like the setup. You just feel like you know where it's going, but then the punchline is so freaking unexpected. The little old woman said, "I'll try, but don't hit me on the head." Didn't see that coming. Did not see that coming.
Two Irish brothers went down for disability pension, cracking on to his death. The first one went in and he says, "Shut the door behind you." He says, "Right." He says, "Fuck off." He says, "You're not fucking deaf. I've just asked you to shut the door." He shouted right and shut the door. "Out! Get out!" On his way out, he said to his mate, "Don't shut that fucking door. He's trying to trick you." His mate went in, he said, "Shut the door behind you." He says, "Shut it your fucking self." Two Irish fellas used to knock about this Paddy. The Paddy got knocked down, killed, stone dead. The copper said, "What was his name?" He said, "We never knew his name, sir. Just used to move them, you know." He said, "Where did he live?" He said, "No, we knew fuck all about the man," he said. "The only thing we knew about him, he had two arseholes." He said, "How do you mean?" He said, "Every pub we went in, they used to say, 'Here's that Paddy with them two arseholes.'"
Oh, okay. I was like, what they talking about? But that, hey, Bernard Manning is absolutely hilarious. I rock with that man comedy heavy. Those setups were in the punchlines, you just don't see them coming, and that's what makes the joke so much more funnier when it's an unexpected punchline after the setup. But that's all we have for him. If you guys enjoyed that as much as I did, make sure you check out this video next. Also, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button. See you on the next one.